Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to the Dirty Side of the Rock.
I'm Julie.
I'm Brian.
We have breaking news tonight. We caught the creeper that was following us around on the claim the other day. Brought him in. This is him.
I'm Jake, and I'm the son.
He's my son.
And these are my hands.
Not claws.
Not claws. Thanks, Jake. Happy April Fools. Tonight, one of our topics is snake season. What to do if you see a rattlesnake and how to stay safe. We had Brian Hughes come to our rock club at the Daisy Mountain Rock and Mineral Club. It's our club that we belong to. And he came and talked to us all about snakes, snake safety. He does snake removal.
Well, he has his business. You didn't say that.
Oh, yes, he has his business. It's called Rattlesnake Solutions. And he's based out of Phoenix, but they also have, remove in Tucson and the Prescott and Sedona area as well. So everything we learned from him, we are telling you tonight, and you can go to his website, Rattlesnake Solutions, and he's got pictures of snake identification and all the way from venomous to non-venomous, and it's a fun website. I kind of go on a lot, even though I don't see snakes.
But they see you.
But they see us. And that's another thing, too. You know,
Did you want to put a link in the description, too?
Yes, I'll put a link in the description below. And that's another thing is, snakes, we don't ever see them, but they're out there, and they see us. And, I mean, one of these days, we're gonna hear it.
Yeah, well, as Brian was telling us, they're exceptional avoiders. That's what they do. They don't want to encounter people or things that could possibly hurt them. They will do their best to just not be noticed by you.
What do you do if you see a rattlesnake?
Scream
No.
like a child.
Do you stomp your feet, scared away? No. You do nothing. You go around it and you stay at least 5 feet from the snake. At least. It's got a striking distance of half its body length. So if it's a 5-foot snake, it can strike about 2.5 feet. So
Now, just as a disclaimer, we are
Yes.
talking specifically about snakes in Arizona.
yes, snakes in Arizona.
So everything that you're hearing about snakes is related to the species we have here.
Yeah.
So
And
snakes other places might do some other things.
mostly we're talking about rattlesnakes and, the venomous snakes here in Arizona.
The nasty ones.
The nasty ones. There is a myth. If you see a snake stretched out along a pathway,
He's sunning himself.
he's sunning himself, right? No, he's just going along his merry little way, and he saw you before you saw it. So he stopped, and he's like, you can't see me because I'm camouflaged.
I'm invisible.
But he's not, because he's stretched out along the pathway.
But he doesn't know that.
But he doesn't know that. So that's actually a myth. So if you kind of disappear, he'll just kind of slither on his merry little way. If you hear one, come back the way you were walking.
If it's in front of you.
Most likely it's in front of you.
Well,
Because-
in Cameron's case, it was behind him when he stepped off the rock. If he would have backwards,
But he stepped off the rock.
he stepped off the rock facing that way, so it was behind him.
Well, yeah,
So
okay.
when it made its noise, he leaped forward.
Yes, but most people are hop rocking.
Hop rocking?
Hop rocking. Hop rocking. Rock hopping.
Rock hopping. Let's go hop rocking.
Let's go hop rocking.
Is that like hopscotch?
A little
Except
bit.
with rocks?
Eh,
Sweet.
hop rocking.
At least you're consistent.
All right. Let's talk about if you're bit. you need to go to a hospital as fast as you can. Stay calm and try to keep your heart rate down. That's hard to do. If I was bit by a snake, I'd probably hyperventilate. The poison would move through my body, and I would die in 5 minutes. But that's
No.
me. Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking hypothetically. Keeping your heart rate will slow the progression of the poison moving through your body.
But what about the snake bite kits?
Those do not work.
What?
Yeah, don't buy one. It's a waste of money.
You mean I've sucked poison out of people for nothing?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. So according to the CDC, there are between 7,000 to 8,000 venomous snake bites in the United States each year. Yeah.
That's pretty insignificant compared to the 350 million people that live here.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Less than 10 of those pass away from the snake bite. Some of those are due to other complications, like health complications that arise with the snake bite. Other things that you need to do is remove your jewelry and,
For swelling.
For swelling and things like that. Keep the bite area below your heart, which pretty easy to do if it's on your leg. Okay? I mean, you're not sticking your head down there if you well, there have been people.
Yes. I mean, I guess, can I ask you that question then? Why is it somebody gets bit by a rattlesnake?
Most of the time, somebody's messing with it. You don't throw rocks at it. You don't try to catch it, kill it, pick it up with sticks, move it.
I would say the average bite person age demographics is probably male, maybe 12 to 45. Because, oh, gee, let's pick up the snake.
There's that instinct.
No, that's not an instinct here. It doesn't have feet. I'm not very fond of it.
All right, so here's the kind of the snake bite kit. All right, so do not use suction or cut the wound or try to bleed the venom out. That just makes it worse. Don't apply a tourniquet. Because that can result in amputation.
Loss of limb.
Loss of limb. Your problems can get so much worse.
You had 2 holes in your arm.
Yeah.
Now you have no arm.
Yeah. Ta and da.
Should have stuck with the 2 holes.
Yeah. Don't apply ice or home remedies or anything like that. Just leave it alone. If you're far from help, send someone to get help, get signal, call 911. Air vac will come get you.
They bring the anti-venom with too.
They bring the anti-venom, and, chances are you will be okay. If you're by yourself, very calmly walk to an area where we call phone booths.
Phone booths in the forest.
Phone booths in the forest where you have service, so you can call 911 and get some help. Otherwise, if there is none, try to find somebody.
Well, I think the first rule of rock hounding should be don't rock hound by yourself.
Don't rock hound by yourself. Yeah.
I mean, always
that
take
was on
somebody.
the to-do list.
Yeah, always take somebody. You never know what's going to happen.
Don't ever try to identify the snake or kill it or anything like that, to tell the EMTs or the doctor or anything like that. The antivenom works with all kinds of venomous snakes, not just rattlesnakes, but all kinds. And don't try to drive yourself to the hospital because you could pass out and make your situation just a little bit worse. Here's some true or false. Are baby rattlesnakes more dangerous than large rattlesnakes?
I used to say true.
You did. But it is false. And here's why. Their venom is a little bit stronger. That is true.
In some species.
But the amount that they deliver...
The amount that a baby rattlesnake delivers is less in volume
yes.
than what a large rattlesnake, adult rattlesnake delivers. So
The yield.
the yield, yeah.
Yeah.
So a baby rattlesnake is no more dangerous than an adult.
Here's another one. You can tell the age of a rattlesnake by the buttons on the tail.
I used to think that was true.
And that's not. They're born with a pre-button, and then as they shed, each one leaves another button. And a baby can shed several times within the first couple months of its life. So it can have 3, 4, 5 buttons,
Yep.
and still be a couple months old. And how you can tell if it's younger versus older is a younger one has it kind of goes into
It's tapered.
it's tapered. It's like more triangular because they're growing and their buttons get bigger as they grow. So as they shed, their buttons get a little bit bigger. If it's just the same size all the way down, that's a much older,
It's an adult snake.
rattlesnake, and they're shedding the same. Another question was, are rattlesnakes evolving more toxic venom? And
I have not heard that one.
yeah,
I've heard that they have stopped rattling. That's what I have heard.
and that is false. But the toxic venom, there is no evidence that supports that theory except for rumors being passed down from person to person.
Like all the other ones.
Like all the other ones, yeah. They're just made up stories getting passed around, like the Mojave greens.
Mojave greens, and it's a aggressive snake, and it will chase you. That's what I've been told. That's what I've believed. Until Brian from Rattlesnake Solutions gave his talk.
Are rattlesnakes nocturnal? They can be active in the day or the night. It depends on the time of year, the season, the temperature, and other conditions.
Yeah, I can see temperature being a big factor.
Here in the summertime, they're not out during the day because it's too hot, but they'll come out, early in the morning and then, later on in the evening. And then springtime, you'll see them out midday. So, midday is in the springtime, where everybody goes rock hounding. That's when you need to be careful. Do denim jeans protect against rattlesnake bites? It may help reduce the chances of envenomation. I had to say that word because I didn't.
Yeah, you got it down. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Me and words.
That was a stumbler there.
I know. It shouldn't be regarded as a foolproof protection. If worn loosely, it allows space between material and your skin. So it kind of decreases your odds.
Those are some baggy jeans.
Yeah, you gotta wear some baggy jeans. It could potentially lessen your chances of getting bit.
So in other words, pants are better than shorts.
Yes, heavy pants and boots are best. I don't know much about the gator.
Gators?
The gators.
Snake gators?
I know that there's a wide variety. You can get them anywhere from $40 to, I've seen them from $170, I think. And I've seen the material that was tested, and it didn't look like the snake could penetrate through it, but those were the very expensive ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd test the cheaper versions.
That's a valid point.
I don't want to be a tester for those.
Let's start with the $40 and we'll go from there.
Yeah. No. If you're gonna get them, go the high route.
Yeah.
But we've never used them, so.
Yeah, I don't use them. I mean, we've encountered 2 snakes the entire time that we've been doing this. That was in the same day, within 10 minutes, and it was one person that actually found both of them. We've talked about it in the past. He was
lucky.
Bad luck that day, I guess. Other places across the country, though, I might contemplate having them, where your venomous snakes don't warn you of their presence when you get inside their little bubble. Like copperheads and cottonmouths and and these other ones that are back east and down south and stuff like that, I might consider in those scenarios using gators.
Tall grass.
Well, even here in tall grass, I mean, you get into their little bubble, you're gonna hear something.
You're gonna hear something.
I would be more concerned about the ones that don't have a warning device.
Yeah.
That's just me. But
Yep. All right, so if you need a snake removed from your house, or if you want information, or if you want Brian Hughes to come to your Gem and Mineral Club here in Arizona, I don't know if he travels outside of Arizona, but I don't know. But you can contact him. I'll put all of his information down below. He's, like I said, he's in the Phoenix metro area, Tucson metro, and Prescott and Sedona. He also does snake safety and training. I think they also put up snake gates, which I guess some people have a problem with that. So, and
yes.
he also talks about, if your pets get bit by a snake and what to do, things like that.
Yeah, really good information.
Yeah, and they have a 24/7 hotline
Yeah.
as well. So you can call at any time. Really great guy. His presentation was awesome.
Yeah.
We really had a good time. And he brings
Live specimens.
live specimens.
So you get to see them up close and personal. And I am not a fan of snakes,
It was pretty cool.
but I have to say,
Yeah.
granted, they were behind glass cages and all that, but still, it was pretty cool to get up close to snakes, both of that size, first of all. And after hearing, that Mojave greens really aren't aggressive, and then seeing one just kind of like, yo, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Oh, and he brought in a Gila monster, too.
Yeah, he did. And he has a YouTube channel as well.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Snake Solutions.
Anyways, that was all I had for today. Tonight,
Yep.
tomorrow morning, whenever you'd watch this.
At midnight, eating snacks.
Ooh, snacks.
All right, and that's all we have for the Dirty Side of the Rock. Thanks for watching. Bye. Good evening. We're doing a test on the volume tonight. I'm your host, Linda Richmond.
Welcome to the Dirty Side of the Rock, where we discuss topics of interest to you, our viewers, and some controversial subjects as well.
And trust me, it gets dirty,
Filthy.
rotten.
Nasty.
You don't-
Garbage.
Garbage! You don't want to touch it. Testing.
Welcome to the Dirty Side of the Rock.
Welcome to the Dirty Side of the Rock.
I'm Brian.
I'm Julie.
I'm lame.
I'm stupid.